Alrighty then, let's do this, people. Hey everybody, this is Mr. Showdown 99. I'm back with another video, and this video is a video called Fighting Climax. You know, I was going through some of my old games, and I said, back in the day, I used to play a ton of fighting games. Oh my God, if you look at my collection, that's almost what I had, was just fighting games. But now I got a variety of everything, which that is fine by me. You know, 'cause I got so many options to choose from. But back in the day when I used to play fighting game, you couldn't get me out for fighting game. But to me, since this is what I wanted to do with this video, I wanted to just find one random fighting game in my collection, and I just wanted to see, can I beat that game without using any continue? You know, that was my challenge for me. I want to see where exactly my fighting skill exists. Where are they at now? You know, haven't played fighting game in years. You know, I think the last fighting game that I played, oh my God. I'm trying to think. Maybe Mortal Kombat 10, I think. I think that might be the last fighting game that I played. And I don't know when that came out. It came out a couple years back. You know, but I did play like, let me see, what the other fighting game came out? The same people that did Mortal Kombat, you know, the Justice League game, I did play that. And also, I heard a rumor that the same people who did that Justice League fighting game also will be making Marvel fighting game. I'm looking forward to that. I might not play the game as much as I should, but I will get my hands on it. Anybody know me, I love Marvel. Marvel is one of my favorite, comic book. And also, you know, I love the Marvel movie. You know, DC not quite there yet. They had some good movies like The Watchmen, you know. It was okay. They had another one like Constantine, was okay. But Marvel is where it at. So if they got a Marvel fighting game, you better believe you gonna see a Marvel fighting game video. I ain't talking about the Adventure. The Adventure, I guess fighting game, whatever you want to call it. It still leaves something to be desired. So it's still something that I guess they kind of make it better than what it is. But okay, back to the fighting game. Like I stated earlier, back in the day, I used to play all kind of fighting games. Oh man, I remember this one game that came out on the Sega Genesis. It was called Eternal Champion, and I love that game. The character didn't look all that great though. It looked like somebody probably in middle school that grew, but the fighting game was awesome. And that's why I liked it. I guess because it was something unique. It didn't look like no other fighting game. You know, the character had a different, I guess, set of fighting skill, move set. I guess that's what you call it. But that really was a really great game. I love that game. And also, when you play the game on certain stages in the game, you can do like, I guess, a stage fatality or a fatality. And that was very unique about that game. You know, I think it came out before Mortal Kombat, if I'm not mistaken. But also, they had Eternal Champion 2 came out. It came out on the Sega CD. Oh my God. And, you know, it was a really cool game. They added a lot more character to it. You know, I love the game. And it also it had a CGI fatality when you do fatality, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what it would call. That was way before it was fatality. But whatever it called, stage, I don't know, takedown, what you want to call it, stage takeout. But yeah, it was really great. But the thing of it is, when the Sega Saturn came out, they had a picture of Eternal Champion 3 on the box. Oh my God, I don't know how many times I looked at that picture. I was so excited. I said, I cannot wait till Eternal Champion 3 come out for the Sega Saturn. I waited, and I waited, and I wait some more. And that thing I know, they weren't making no game for the for the Sega Saturn no more. Well, not over here. It's still making game in Japan, and the game never come out. Man, that kind of broke my heart, you know, because I was really looking forward for that Eternal Champion game. But the good thing about that, you know, they had other fighting game on other systems. You know, Capcom had a lot of great fighting games. They had a lot of great beat 'em up too. And I love Final Fight. And I love, what is it? It was The Last Blade. It was another great game. I love Great Brain. It was a Neo Geo game. That's one of the reasons I bought me a Neo Geo cabinet. because I love fighting game, and Neo Geo had a ton of fighting game. And with the Neo Geo cabinet, you know, they straight like for all, they straight like, well, they're not like they're the arcade original, so you can't go wrong with that. You know, but then I remember I used to play like what was it, World Heroes. That's another great fighting game. Oh my god, I love that. King of Fighter 95, 96, King of Fighter 2000. Oh my god, everybody has so many great memories. You know, if you like fighting games, you know, you can't go wrong, because there's a lot of fighting games out there. Oh, I remember another one you play. I used to love back in the day, and you played Guilty Gear, and people would, Guilty Gear? What the hell is that? And another great fighting game. And to this day, I believe it's new Guilty Gear coming out for the PS5, if I'm not mistaken. So it's still around. And I love great fighting game. And like I stated earlier, this fighting game right here, one of the things I like about it, and I'm gonna say it again because it got a lot of fighting character from a lot of great anime. And that's one thing I like about this game. You know, and like I stated earlier, you're gonna see me play the game as I go further along in the game. I thought it getting better and better. Even though sometimes some of the guys I fight, they kind of cheese me. You know, I had to fight, but they gave it to them anyway. But that didn't discourage me. That just made me play a little harder. And I was sweating my, I was sweating like crazy. My hand was all sweaty because I didn't want to lose. I know a couple times you would see in the video I came really close to losing. You know, because once I lost that first, I lost in the first round. You know, it kind of made me nervous. I mean, I got to win 2 in a row without losing. It kind of like double jeopardy. I'm like, oh my god. So you know, I couldn't make no mistake. I had to kind of slow it down, but I can make sure I just go ahead and knock it out. You know, but it was really great to kind of, you know, play some fighting game again, you know. And like I stated earlier, right now, it ain't really nothing out on the PS5. It ain't nothing out on the Xbox Series X that I really want now. You know, yeah, they're doing a lot of remake. And if I want to play a remake, sure, I'll play in the original system. You know, that good enough to me. Why am I spend money on that? Well, I can be saving that money for when a new game come out that I haven't. But yeah, so right now I've been revisiting a lot of my old PS3 game, a lot of my 360 game, and I've been enjoying myself. You know, I've been catching up on some of my backlog. I even revisited some of my PS2 game. And oh man, PS2, oh my god, they got a lot of great games. You know, it's kind of, if you want to collect for any game system, probably PS2 probably be the greatest game system you can collect for, because they got a little bit of something for everything. You talking about good RPG, they got them. You talking about good fighting game, they got them. Shoot them up, bang, 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 they got them too. I love the PS2, you know. When it came out, you know, I really didn't want to look at that system, but as time went by, I thought of, you know, keeping my eye on some of the games on there. You know, usually most of the, when I had a PS2, I was mostly playing like SOCOM. Anybody know me? I love playing SOCOM online. My favorite map was Fox Hunt. Oh my god, I can play Fox Hunt all day long. But one thing about Fox Hunt, if you don't get in one of those lobbies, you know, it's gonna be hard to get in. I think that's probably everybody's favorite map on SOCOM. And I ain't talking about SOCOM 1, I'm talking about SOCOM 2 on the PS2. I love playing that game online. I don't know whatever happened to that series. I wish they can bring it back, because to me, out of all the shooting game out there, you know, Call of Duty, I know some people like Battlefield, you know, and Warzone, whatever all the other stuff is. But the best shooting game I ever played on multi-game is no other than SOCOM. SOCOM was amazing. And, you know, you didn't get all them perks and all the other stuff, you know, like you get in Call of Duty. It's all based on skill. You know, you find the right gun, the right setup, and you go out there and, you know, you put in some work. Sometimes be some good days, and sometimes be some bad days. But I can tell you, Midget Showdown 99 had a lot more good days than it did bad days. I can tell you that. But it's just bringing back memory. And like I said, that's why I'm doing this video. I just want to see, you know, how it is to play fighting game. You know, like I stated in some of my other videos, I don't play as much as I get older, because I like to protect my hand. I like to draw a lot. and I don't want to get muscle cramp. I don't need, I heard some people, they hold on the controller so long that I get they can get arthritis, and I don't want to do that. I like to be flexible, for I can be playable. You know what I'm saying? Alrighty, now we talking about my artwork that I like to draw. Hopefully one day soon. Maybe later on this year. If not later on this year, maybe next year, I can finally get my game room / studio all together, and I can do a game room / video room, reveal, and then you can actually see some of the artwork that I did that up on my wall that made me very proud every time I look at it. But in saying all that, like I'm saying, fighting game, they are some amazing games. I remember back in the day, we go to like the arcade, like putt. You had to go take your quarter, put your quarter up on the machine. Some case, it's not a quarter, sometimes you put your token. And we used to stand in line and play like, Street Fighter all day, some Mortal Kombat, and some King of Fighter. Them was some great days. I remember that, and I took my kids there too, and my older son, he loved fighting games like me. I don't know, he think he can beat me. I don't know. I might have to show him up one day and show him that Pop still got some, little trick up his sleeve. He might seen some of my tricks. He ain't seen them all. But, like I stated earlier, fighting game are some great games. I remember back in the day when you could play like, some Tekken. Oh man, that's another great series. Tekken is a great fighting game. Also, Virtua Fighter. I don't think they're making a Virtua Fighter no more, but from what I understand, Tekken is still going on strong. And also, oh man, God, this is one of my favorite games of all time. Killer Instinct. I love Killer Instinct. It'll look so cool when it first came out. I know they got the first Killer Instinct is on Super NES. It look okay, but the one on the second Killer Instinct on Nintendo 64 is just amazing. Then you talking about the one that's on the Xbox, it just blow it out the water. Cause it look good. It look really good. And that is amazing fighting game. I'm gonna have to go back and play that one day and see where exactly my skills at on that game. Can I get a combo breaker? Or can I just get some combo? I love that game. I think people don't realize. People think that's maybe I guess Killer Instinct, the first game that had combo, but actually, if I remember correctly, I think it was Mortal Kombat 3 that had the combo. They didn't want to start off the combo system, and that was an amazing game. I love Mortal Kombat back in the day. Oh my God! I even used to have a Mortal Kombat machine, but when we relocated from Maine, well, hold on. I said it wrong. When we relocated from, we moved from Texas, we had to move to Maine. And I gave the machine away. I gave it to one of my co-workers' son. He used to come to my house every other weekend. He played some game and he loved that machine. So I feel good that I gave it to someone I know gonna take care of it because they like that kind of system. But the thing of it is with that situation isn't great. But when I moved back from Maine down here to Texas, in the heart of Texas, a friend of my wife, he liked arcade too. So I had another arcade machine. Cause back in the day, I had a big game room and had a lot of arcade cabinets in there. I had like Mortal Kombat, I had Capcom versus X-Men, and I had some more cabinets. I had my Neo Geo too. So on my way back, he would bug me like, yeah, I really like the fighting game, I like this, I like this, but I can't, afford because my budget is tight. So me being who I am, Mr. Showdown 99, I said, you know what, I'm gonna show a little love. So I gave the young man, gave him my Capcom machine, the blue board. I never, when I go back and think about it, like, why? But the guy, I give him a little credit. He held on it for about a year. Then I remember he was talking to my wife. He would tell us that, yeah, I'm getting in trouble with my girlfriend because I'm not doing no work. She complained about I'm in the garage all the time playing the game. So you know what he did? He just gave the game away. Oh, like, oh my God. I thought you were gonna hold on for a while. Either that or you gotta man up, you gotta prioritize. I gotta spend a little time cleaning the house, I spend a little time playing with the kid, cleaning up the car, and I have time to play my video game. Most people say you can't be married and play games. You can if you utilize your time wisely. It's not that difficult. And he gave the game away. It kind of broke my heart. I was like, man, if that was the case, I could have brought her back down to Texas with me. Could have put it in my, game room. Or either that, I could have put it in the garage. When I got out there, working in the garage, I want to take a little break. I can get on the machine and just, knock some people around, But it is what it is. So I guess I will move on. But that is kind of sad that, the cabinet went by the way. But it is what it is. But I still hold on to my Neo Geo, and the thing is about the Capcom machine, I bought 3 or 4 blue board. About 3 or 4 blue board back with me. And I got nothing to play them on. So, I guess I can't hold him to all the fault, but I did give the cabinet away. But I guess eventually one day I will get me another cabinet. But they are so hard to find these days. Either that or the price is too ridiculous and I refuse to pay that kind of money for a cabinet which I only got like I said 3 or 4 boards for. And I'm pretty sure the boards are going they even higher. So, they kind of getting very expensive. And the good thing about my Neo Geo is in my game room. So if I want to play it, I just walk up to it, and play it. That's a good thing about that. And now, as I was stating earlier, this fighting game, it have a lot of characters from some great anime show. And one of them being my favorite anime show, I can't believe the character that is in this game is no other than Sword Art Online. I love Sword Art Online. Man, I remember a long time ago, I think, what was it? It was, I think it was a website called Anime Season. And that when I first seen, Sword Art Online, it was in, they only had subtitles. And believe me, I'm telling anybody who watch anime, some of the best anime is out there is subtitled. They are better than the one that get dubbed over here with the English, the English dub. I'm telling you, subtitle anime, woo, they off the chain. But enough of that. And speaking of Sword Art Online, Kalito and Asuma is in this game. And as I stated earlier, they are some of my favorite characters. There's some more of them in here, but I can't pronounce the name of the anime correctly. So Mr. Showdown ain't gonna go out like that, like I stated earlier. So yeah, I can't remember the name of the show, but I know one of them is a girl. She ride like a motorcycle. She got like a cat helmet on her. Well, she got a motorcycle helmet on her head. We got like 2 ears on like a cat. And the mask is all black out. You can't see it. And she all in black, and she ride a bike. And also, it's another guy on there. I can't remember his name. God, what the name of that show? Well, I can't remember. I know he got blonde hair. He wear like a, I guess he wear like a nice shirt and a vest and some slacks. And he always picking up machine parts, throwing stuff around. And also he uses a sword. God, I know they're from the same show. I can't remember the name of the show for nothing. But I know when I see them. But this game got a lot of great anime characters in here in this fighting game. But once again, some of them I can't pronounce the show name, so I'm not going to try. But Sword Art Online characters, they are amazing. And speaking of Sword Art Online, I feel kind of bad because I own 2 Sword Art Online video games. I'm talking about RPG. But hear me again, I had a chance to play them because the backlog of my video game is so ridiculous. It is a shame. But hopefully I can get to it one day. I've been looking for an RPG game to play, but I got so many of them that I don't know what to play. Cause I have Code Vein. I want to play that because from what I understand, I think they're gonna have like a part 2 coming out, either later on this year. Well, no, or practically, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's coming out next month. And I would like to play that. And they had a new Soul, well, not a new Soul game, it was a remaster of Demon Soul. Yes, the game is hard. You're going to die a lot. I died a lot. But once you start making progress in the game, oh my God, I love the lure of the world of Demon Soul. It's just like no different than I like Bloodborne. And also I like Dark Souls 3. I got Dark Souls 2. I played it. Only like, I think I maybe 1/4 the way in. I need to go back and play that. But it's a lot of great role-playing games out there. It's just time-consuming. I wish I could play a role-playing game. It probably take about 40 hours. You know, because most role-playing, you know, you play a role game, you always got that grind. You got to put in that grind to get high enough to be able to pick up that weapon. Even not just to pick up the weapon, just to get enough units, enough experience for you can't use the weapon. And it's just time-consuming. It's like, it ain't enough time in the day to do all that stuff, to make videos and play games and be a family man, to be a husband and be a worker. You gotta work to pay the bill for you have electricity, but you can play the game. You know how that is. But I don't know. We gonna work it out. Well, I'm gonna work it out. I wish it would. And man, can you imagine? You have multiple of yourself. Hey, you go to work. Hey, you play game. Hey, you clean the house. Hey, you take the kids to school. Hey, you clean up. That'd be just amazing. But it just don't work like that. It's just only me, myself, and I. And me, myself, and I can only do so much. And now back to this fighting game. This is a great fighting game. And I stated earlier, you know, as you go, I think there are only 8 stages that I went through, you know, but I on some of them you can see me, I was panicking when it was getting really close. I was like, oh my God, if I make one mistake, they're going to take me out. And this game, you're going to see a couple of incidents that are really close that I almost got taken out, you know, but keep watching the video, you'll see whether Mr. Showdown prevail or not. And also, man, you know another system that got a lot of great fighting game? You know, it's the Dreamcast. Capcom put a lot of great fighting game on the Dreamcast. I think I got almost every fighting game on the Dreamcast. Because I think I just picked up the, what was the last one I was missing? Oh, God, I can't remember the name of it. But whatever it is, I got it. It's a fighting game, and not Soul Calibur. Oh my God, what is the name of that game? Oh my God, right now my brain is dead. You know, I just did 12 hours after work. I'm trying to hurry and put this video out, so you know I'm here, but I'm not all here. You know, I'm about 75%. So I might remember the game later on in the video, then I drew it out there. But right now my mind is a blank. I'm trying very hard to remember that game. But yeah, on what you call once again not the Neo Geo. I mean on the Sega Genesis. And you watching this game, you know this game kind of play a little tribute to the Sega Dreamcast. Cause one of the characters in the game, they got like a Dreamcast controller on their head. You know, as a crown, and also if you look at her necklace, it is a symbol of the Dreamcast, which I think is really neat. So kind of glad I bought the Dreamcast anyway. But the Dreamcast had a lot of great fighting games by Capcom, and one of the game, I guess you can call it a beat 'em up, whatever you want to call it, Power Stone. That was another great game, you know, on the Dreamcast. But another one that nobody really never talk about. It was a Spawn kind of beat 'em up. You know what? Beat 'em up, shoot 'em up, whatever you want to call it. It's on the Dreamcast, but it actually a really good game. But you never really hear nobody talk about it. You know, that is a great game. And don't forget they had a Heavy Metal that was on there. It was a shoot 'em up kind of shoot 'em up fighting game. It was also used weapon. I already said Soul Calibur. And what else they had? Oh my God. Right now my mind's a blank. Oh, they have quite a few King of Fighter games on there also. And there are some great games. They had the Marco the Wolf, they had Last Blade, and don't forget, you can't get no better than Capcom vs. Marvel 1 and 2. That was an amazing game. And the one on the Dreamcast, that's about the best you can get compared to an arcade version. I know you probably can download them on some other systems to these days, but back in the day, that was the closest you can get to the original arcade game, on the Dreamcast. And Dreamcast for me, anybody know me, that's one of my favorite systems of all time. I love the Dreamcast. You know what? I'm gonna have to do a video one day. It's on my list. I got a book over here. Well, I got several books. All the video I want to do, but there's so many of them. I be sitting down doing something. Hey, I got an idea. I be doing something. Hey, I got another idea. Hey, I got another idea. So what ended up happening? I said, okay, I'm gonna do this video. So I ended up pushing this video back. Then I said, oh, you know what? This video I've been wanting to do for a long time, but it way on the back burner. So let's move it up if I can get it in. And that's why I got a lot of videos shot. I just gotta do the editing. And everybody know editing not easy, make you want to cry sometimes. Yes, it does. But it's just the finished product that makes me proud of, Everybody might not like it, but the people who watch it and, they give me that thumb up, like, hey, I did something right. It make me happy. But, as I stated earlier, Dreamcast got a lot of great fighting games, as well as a PS2 have a lot of fighting games, a lot of great fighting games. And there's a lot of more great fighting games that came out on the Sega Saturn. But the thing of it is, they came out, but it didn't come out over here in the States. They came over there in Japan. And, these days, the Japanese version is a lot cheaper than the American version. Especially for the Saturn, because some of those Saturn games are ridiculous. I can pay me an electricity bill or something with that. I can pay a car note for some of them games. But it is what it is. But, like I said, I'm getting closer to the end of this video. All y'all that stick around and kind of listen to me ramble, maybe I need to do this more often. Well, it all depends on it. If you don't get a couple good hits, I might make another one. But thank y'all for staying this long and watching this video and listen to me, kind of spill my gut and share a little bit, I guess it don't hurt to share here and there. That's kind of good for we can get to know each other, I like to say, people that Mr. Showdown, who are you? I'm just a normal guy. I just like games. I like comic books. I love working hard. I love to build stuff in my hand. And I like fighting games. I love to fight. And now just because Mr. Showdown 99 like fighting game, that don't make me violent. I'm not a violent person. I'll be the first person to come on over here. Mr. Showdown gonna show you a little love. And if we all just get along and we can play along, this world will be a whole lot better place. You know what I'm saying? But now back to the video game. Oh, now I remember the game I was trying to think of earlier, the one I needed for my collection. I guess why I didn't recognize it, because it's sitting over there in that pile. Usually if I get some new games, before I put them in my collection, I always try them out, kind of clean them up. You know what I mean? To make sure they part of the Showdown Foundation. You know what I'm saying? So I had to clean it up, and that's why I didn't remember the game. But the game is dead or alive for the Dreamcast. I finally, that was the last fighting game I need for that system. And I'm glad I finally got my hand on it. It make me, I guess, proud to have a complete collection of fighting games on the Dreamcast. And speaking of games, like I was stating earlier, that I like playing RPG, and that's the crazy thing about that. Like I stated earlier, my older son like fighting games, and now the younger one, I'm talking about the younger one, he like RPG like me. He play a lot of RPG games, and that's just crazy. One of them take after me this way, and one take after me the other way. So that's just great, and they both like comic books like I do, and they like anime and stuff like that. That's one thing about it, because we always have something to talk about, because we got a lot of similarities, you know what I mean? And that's just great, we can still get along. Most kids and their parents, as they get a certain age, they don't kind of hang out with them, but this day, we still hang out. Their friends are my friends are their friends, so that is a great thing. And Mama, she's a friend with everybody. Everybody know Mama Showdown. But anyway, back to this game. Like I stated earlier, this is a really great game. So if you get a chance, you need to pick this up. Fighting Climax for the PS3. And I believe it is exclusive. It's exclusive. If you didn't know, it is an exclusive for the PS3. It's a great game. Alrighty, Don. We are getting really close to the end of the game, and the final verdict will be in. At the end, you see what else did? The final verdict at the end, But anyway, yeah, and I will say this. There is a lot of great fighting games out there. A lot of great games on the Super NES, on the Sega Genesis, on the Sega Saturn, also on the PS1. But only thing about some of the games on the PS1, they have a long loading time. So I would recommend, if you can find a fighting game you like on a PS1, I would play it on a PS2 system because the loading time would be better. For example, like Bloody Roar. Bloody Roar is a great fighting game, but the load time on the PS1, it sucks. It sucks. It's like trying to suck a lemon through a straw. You know what I'm saying? Can you hear me? Can someone hear me? But anyway, yeah, we finally made it to the end of the game, and as you see, I made it all the way through without using any continue. That was a true compliment from Mr. Showdown 99. So that show you I still have a little skill. I might not got all the skill, but I got enough to get me by, as you can see. So I'd like to thank everybody who made it to this part in the video. You know, that means a lot to me. You know, that we hung out and we kind of chilled. You kind of lay back and listen to the sound. Alrighty then. And for those of y'all who support my channel, I appreciate it. And if you like this video, you always welcome to Mr. Showdown Town. And now, thank y'all for coming by and checking out my new video. There's more content coming soon. And now, if you like this video, smash that like button or hit that subscribe button. Until next time, peace.